Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to MTGO Traders. My name is Taryn, and I'm back with more Guilds of Ravnica preview season. There is no time for glasses, I can't find them, we're not wasting any time at all, let's jump right into the previews today. But first, since I haven't hit them, let's go over the Planeswalker deck cards, and we'll hit Vraska Regal Gorgon first. A 7-mana, 5 loyalty Planeswalker with 3 abilities, plus you put a +1/+1 counter on up to 1 target creature. That creature gains menace until end of turn. -3, destroy target creature, pretty straightforward. And -10, for each creature card in your graveyard, put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Well, this sure is a Planeswalker. Short answer, this is unplayable. Long answer, this is unplayable on purpose. But let's look at the Vraska's exclusive deck cards and see if there are anything in that deck list of note. Vraska's Stoneglare is a 6-mana sorcery with destroy target creature. You gain life equal to its toughness. Basically Noxious Gearhulk's ability, not terrible. You can also use this to fetch the Vraska we just looked at in the deck. I like this one for the Planeswalker deck itself, but it's not that useful outside of it. Attendant of Vraska is a 3-mana 3/3 zombie soldier with, when it dies, if you control a Vraska Planeswalker, you gain life equal to this card's power. Ugh. Again, very narrow, and even though it says Vraska Planeswalker, opening up the opportunity for other Vraskas within Standard itself, I don't think it's that great. But that is all the exclusive cards for the Vraska deck. Let's hit Rawl Color of Storms, a 6-mana 4 loyalty Planeswalker with 3 abilities. +1 draw a card, -2 deal 3 damage divided as you choose among 1, 2, or 3 targets, and -7 draw 7 cards and deal 7 damage to each creature and opponents you control. I actually really like this card for Commander a ton. It does everything you kind of want a card to do for Commander. It gives you card advantage, removal, and then more advantage and removal. It's got that sweet spot of like, if it ults, it doesn't kill anybody, so why not kill it? You know, that kind of thing. So let's look at the exclusive cards from the deck list for him. We've got Rawl's Staticaster, a 4-mana 3/3 Vaishino Wizard with Trample. Whenever it attacks, if you control a Rawl Planeswalker, Rawl Staticaster gets +1/+0 for each card in your hand until end of turn. Wow. This card might actually see some casual play in Standard. A 3/3 that can turn into a possible 7/3 with Trample if you have a Ral out is not terrible. Keep in mind there's a good Ral in Standard right now, thanks to Guilds of Ravnica, besides this one, or the Planeswalker Standard deck, so this card might see some play for the laughs. Next is Rawl's Dispersal, a 5-mana instant that returns target creature to its owner's hand and hunts for the Planeswalker Ral card. For 5 mana, this is just laughably bad. Do not play this anywhere. As with all of the Planeswalker cards, they're meant to be bad for a reason, some reason, and to be a good entry point for newer players who want to feel cheated $12 or however much these things cost. Alright, moving on to real previews today. Wary Okapi is a 3-mana 3/2 with Vigilance. Not bad at all, a decent limited body and low draft pick, but a 3-mana 3/2 that can actually block is fairly okay. By the way, the comments on this card are kind of confusing. It's Okapi, but it's an antelope in the descriptor. Okapi by the comments here means a giraffe, which is kind of awkward labeling here. Anyway, Whisper Agent is a 3-mana 3/2 with Flash, and when it enters a battlefield, you surveil for 1. A much better 3/2 for 3. Love this piece of art as well. A very high pick for me if I'm in black or blue, as it does have hybrid mana as well. Just a lot of stuff going on for this card. Dimir Informant is a 3-mana 1/4 creature human rogue with an enter the battlefield ability of Surveil 2. Another great card. Basically Omen Speaker for draft, except it's actually just 1 extra mana, so that's kind of the hump you have to get over for this card, but I do think it's pretty good in your blue deck. Maybe we'll see some more control decks for control draft or limited, maybe something like that. Fresh-Faced Recruit, I mean look at this card over here, this is crazy, is a 2-mana 2/1 human soldier with as long as it's your turn, Fresh-Faced Recruit has first strike. Love this card and art. Seriously, so pure. Secondly, I like that this is an uncommon in Boros because it's aggressive first strike. While not great at defending, you want to be tapping out with this card every single turn, and I love that. Next up, we've got Hypothesizzle, I think that's how you pronounce it, is a 5-mana instant that lets you draw 2 cards and then you may discard a non-land card. If you do, it deals 4 damage to target creature. This is kind of an amazing bomb in limited and draft. It's a great card advantage and good removal for 5 mana, sign me up. At common slot, this is amazing. Izzet might just be busted in draft if there's more cards like this. Love this one, and if we're lucky, it might even see some popper play, maybe. Maybe. But it's kind of unlikely though. I do think it's an amazing draft and sealed card though. So much fun. Moving on to another Izzet card is Goblin Electromancer. Nice, it's back in town. A 2-mana 2/2 that makes instant and sorceries 1 colorless less to cast. This is a great card and a cornerstone of Storm in Modern. It's never really torn up a format before in Standard, but it is nice to see regardless. Love this crazy Goblin Wizard. Moving on, Sumala Woodshaper is a 4-mana 2/1 elf druid that has the enter the battlefield ability. Look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card or enchantment card from among them and put them into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Probably not going to see any kind of standard play for the 4 mana you're costing here, but could help in getting value in draft and sealed. 4 mana for a 2/1 is rough. So I'm unsure if this will see any kind of play outside draft and sealed, but maybe in a green-white Aurus deck will pop up maybe. Moving on, Sunhome Stalwart is our first uncommon of the day, a 2-mana 2/2 human soldier with first strike and mentor. Man, I just do not like these mentor cards on small creatures. Making 1/1s into 2/2s is great and all, but we really need like token generation or something for me to think that this card is vital. Right now, mentor seems like a really bad mechanic, especially on 2/2s. Alright, moving on to the rares for the day, we have another reprint. Chromatic Lantern is back, and it is good to see this commander card getting a main set reprint. A 3-mana artifact that lets your lands all tap for any color of mana you need, along with it tapping for mana as well. It's a great way to mana fix in games in Commander, but it's also a great standard card if mana requirements are a bit strict. Great card, love to see it back in Standard. Next up, Bounty Agent is a 2-mana 2/2 human soldier with vigilance. You can tap it, sacrifice it, and destroy target legendary permanent that's an artifact, creature, or enchantment. Interesting card. Might see some sideboard play in a White Weenie or Boros deck maybe in Standard, but besides that, it's kind of useless in draft and sealed. I would feel really bad if this was my pack 1 rare. However, I do think this card is super good in Commander, and something that every white deck in Commander will probably mainboard. Just a blowout of that format along with Brawl. Next up, we've got some split cards, so I'll make sure to tilt those sideways. Find and Finality, a 2-mana grab 2 creature cards from your graveyard, and a 6-mana put 2 +1/+1 counters on a creature you control. Then all creatures get -4/-4 until end of turn. Both are interesting, and I think probably won't see any kind of standard play besides maybe some testing. Find is much better than Finality, but both are pretty bad at what they do. Again, getting creatures from your graveyard is fine, and languishing the board is also fine, but neither are really costed in the realm of where they would see standard play. Find might see some standard play, but it's kind of doubtful for me. Unless Surveil and Golgari are super tight mechanically. Either way, this feels like an uncommon bump to rare because it's a split card, and that kind of sucks. Moving on to another split card, we have Response and Resurgence. Response is a 2 hybrid mana instant that deals 5 damage to target attacking or blocking creature. Wow. Resurgence gives creatures we control first strike, and we also repeat our combat step. Very good. This card is way better than our other split card. Gideon's Reproach sees play right now in Standard, and this is just a better that, but gives you like a late game finisher if you get into it late. I think this card is super good, and we'll see Standard play for sure, if not for just the response side of the card. But moving on to some more rares, our first big boy of the season, we have Niv-Mizzet Parun, a 6-mana, and wow, look at the mana requirement on this thing. 5/5 legendary dragon wizard with flying that can't be countered and also draws you cards whenever anyone casts an instant or sorcery spell and deals 1 point of damage anywhere whenever you do. This card is amazing for Commander and kind of amazing for Standard. I feel like it's going to be really good for Standard. You just got to get around that really strict mana requirement. I really do like this one though. It does say so much that Izzet might have a top-end control finisher for Standard right now. The art on this is also super nice as well. Can't wait to play this one personally. This is just, you know, an all-around hype machine. And moving on to our last rare of the day, we have, holy crap, this is Assassin's Trophy. It is a 2-mana instant that destroys target permanent and opponent controls, and then they search for a basic land and put it onto the battlefield. Wow. Guys, wow. This is probably like the best piece of standard removal I've seen ever. This card is busted. This is basically 2-mana remove target Planeswalker and they get a land. That's hilarious. This card is like the new bar for the rest of the cards of the set. Best card in the set by far right now. Abrupt Decay may be uncounterable in Modern, but this hits anything, and that might nudge it out of that slot at some point. I'm floored by how powerful this card is. Truly busted. But let's move on to our last card of the day, and it's a Mythic, which is something, I guess. I feel like Assassin's Trophy needs to be a Mythic. Dream Eater is a 6-mana 4/3 Nightmare Sphinx with flash, flying, and has an enter the battlefield ability of Surveil 4. It also bounces a non-land permanent on an opponent's side of the field, which means it's doing a lot of things here. But I just can't get over that 3 toughness. Regardless of that, I think it's a great card to set up graveyard stuff and flash block something, and also bounce their best thing, which is pretty good. It's very good for 6 mana, and I'm excited to see this slotted into various control deck finishers. However, I don't think it's as good as maybe Niv-Mizzet for what it's kind of doing at that slot. However, that's going to do it for today, guys. That's all the previews for today. Let me know what you thought of the cards in the comments down below. Assassin's Trophy is my obvious pick for best card of the day, hands down, but I do love me some Niv-Mizzet as well. Until next time, guys, you guys have a good one, and peace. Thank you for watching the video. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome MTG content just like this. And make sure to tap the bell icon to be notified whenever a video is made live. If you want to keep watching content, here are 2 more videos for you. This video and many others are sponsored by MTGO Traders and Cape Fear Games. Buy and sell digital singles to build your online collection today with MTGO Traders, and get your paper singles, accessories, and much more from Cape Fear Games. Whatever your Magic needs, both places have you covered.